Hello, everyone. This is Eddie, and today we're going to talk about marriage as it relates to men. And this video is brought to you by Everyone Chats, where you pay to choose or you choose to get paid. Check out the link in the description. So, I want to say this about marriage. Marriage is not a popular topic amongst men, but that is troublesome. That is very troubling. And I will tell you why. Okay? Because men, a lot of us do it. Even though we say, hey, let's not talk about it, we just go right into it. That's like saying, hey, look, I don't want to talk about cars. I don't want to talk about maintenance. But what do? You go out and buy a car. But hey, you don't want to talk about the maintenance. So what's going to happen to that vehicle? What's going to happen to that engine? It's going to get damaged. So I want to bring attention to that. Now, let me tell you a quick story that happened to me. Okay. So when I was 18, I was 19, I started to get curious about marriage because, of course, many people in my family, all right, they did the deed and all that. They got married, had kids. So I was, of course, very curious. All right. So then I did something very smart. Now, I don't do many intelligent things in life. For this particular occasion, I did something very intelligent that I still pat myself on the back for. All right. Here's what I did. I asked my married colleagues in the military, the ones who had kids and they were married. I said, hey, look, what is a good age to get married? And of course, I thought they would say, hey, look, it's wonderful, get married now. But to my surprise, most of them said, hey, look, wait until you're 30, wait until you're 35, wait until you're 40. Some even said, do not ever get married. So I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And of course, my follow-up question was why? And not one of them was able to provide an answer. But today I want to tell you guys the answer because I've studied marriage. I have studied it from a political perspective, from a scientific perspective, from a societal perspective. Okay, I'm going to give you guys the answers, the truth. Now, this might be offensive to many of you, so that's just a disclaimer that I'm going to throw out there. But here's the reason why they told me that it wasn't a good idea. Because many of those men, even though they were married, even though they took those vows, right? Most of them, I would say all of them, still wanted to have sex with other women. All right. But that's something you don't talk about. But like I said, I'm just being honest here. Now let's look at the male body, okay, from a scientific perspective. Now we're able to produce 290 million, let me say that again, 290 million sperm cells per day, every single day. Think about that. Okay. Now, as far as the female, she can produce about 500 eggs that will eventually ovulate. So 290 million a day. Okay. So what is our body? What is our DNA? What is it thinking about? What are our cells thinking about? They're thinking about reproduction. That's just the way that our bodies are made up. Okay, call it evolution, call it creation, whatever you believe in. At the end of the day, okay, and you see it in politics as well, modern day politics. Politicians getting in trouble. Why? Because they want to engage in extramarital affairs. They want to have sex. That's what's going on. Okay. Now, when I talk about this, I'm going to talk about it from the perspective of a high status man. And what does that even mean? It means exactly what society thinks is a high value man, whether it be a politician, a United States president, or a person that has a lot of money. Or if you're not there yet, or if you think there's a different term for a high status man, that's perfectly okay. For me, when I think about a high status man, I think about someone with a lot of money. Okay, that's what I think about. And look at guys like Warren Buffett. All right, look at U.S. presidents like Kennedy and Bill Clinton, they have a lot of women in their lives. That's just what happens. Okay. Now a guy like Warren Buffett, he's actually able to say, "Hey, look, I have more than one partner," and everyone's like, "Okay, why?" Because he's like a billionaire. Okay. So I'm being honest here, all right? And I want to say one more thing about marriage. Okay. Do not get married for love. Now, many of you are like, what are you talking about? The only reason we would marry you is for love. And let me tell you, that's an experiment. That's like 250 years old, that idea of getting married for love. It's like building a structure on sand. Okay. Now, historically speaking, people did not get married for love. They got married to transfer property onto the next generation. It had political purposes. But the idea of getting married for love, that wasn't an idea that was practiced. It was seldomly practiced, and if it was, you're probably an outcast. Okay, and my saying is this: if you're gonna get married for something that is more than love. And what could that be? Maybe you want to have children. Okay, so that even goes back to the question, why even marry? Can you think of a good reason to marry? Okay, I've thought about one reason, and one reason only. And it is for migration purposes. So if you meet someone from a different country and you want to get them to the country of your residence, then marriage would be a good idea. But besides that, I don't see many benefits for a man to get married. And I'm just being honest here. I'm just looking at the statistics. Again, I already said them, 50% divorce rate, and that's not even counting the separation. So if you factor in the separation, okay, so people who get married, are they together? The answer, most likely above 50%, the answer is no. Okay. So this is the first video that I'm making on this topic. So do subscribe to this channel and give me your thoughts. Let me know what you are thinking. And remember, check out the link. Everyone chats. Until soon.